Ready to go.
Okay, so this is July 22nd, 2025. It's meeting of the Bristol Development Review Board. We have two items on the agenda. Old business is the Carter Family Trust subdivision, and new business is Livingston Farm Landscape review for conditional use review for an open air market. Any additions or changes to the agenda?
I think so.
All right, so first matter up then is permit number 25-400 Carter Family Trust of South 116 Road, parcel number 110105-1, requesting final plat review for two-lot subdivision, which is our regulations, Article 9, Section 930 through 939. So who's here for the applicant? I thought I saw Jason.
Yeah, Jeff Carter and Pam Carter.
Okay,
Jason Barnard Jarvis.
okay. So who's gonna, well, let me swear in, people related to this application who are gonna testify. So Jason and whoever, do you solemnly swear the evidence you shall give before this development review board shall be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
I do, yeah.
Thank you. Jason, you wanna walk us through?
Sure, I'll be glad to. So I think the last time we were in here.
Pam wanted to come up.
Oh, I'm fine.
I'm sorry about that.
No.
I believe the last time we were here was April.
Yeah.
Timeframe with the sketch plan. Obviously, everything at that point in time was ortho based and tax map based. We had since completed test pit evaluations. The water and wastewater permit has been issued for the project. The subdivision, the survey has been done. The boundary lines are nailed down. We do have our final plat ready to go through with stamping, and once the final pins are set, we can go to Mylar with that, which that may be down the road just a little bit. But the drawings that were presented with the packet are the PL1 drawing, which is the survey plat. That does show the existing barn that's on the property on the east side of the road, the existing gravel access, the proposed right of way. The parcel surveyed out is about 3.676 acres in size, making an 1.5 acre parcel in the front. That would be designated as lot 1. Lot 2 would be 2.26 acres in size, and that would be the easterly portion of the property. We do have building envelopes identified based on the setbacks and trying to maximize best use of the space with that parcel. It's primarily wooded. There is an open area out front that you can see towards the western side of the property where the existing barn structure is. To go further, probably the best one would be to look at the S2 drawing. That will show you, I think we're gonna go back one. Yep, there you go. So that'll show you the general configuration of how the subdivision was created. The barn is right up next to Route 116 on the left. The driveway would come in, utilize an existing access. We have submitted a permit to V-Trans, and I do have an email response from V-Trans that they are in agreement with that existing access. So that is a permittable access point from V-Trans perspective. You can see we do have a turnaround that has been designed in accordance with the town of Bristol fire standards. We do have an email from the fire chief with regards to that. I believe that was provided to AZ already. We did change the drawing access, so we did actually connect with Brett again, and he did send back another clarification email that he's fine with the access, so that shouldn't be an issue. Again, state water and wastewater permit has been issued. Great soils out there with the state engineer. Conventional systems, one of them's pressurized, one of them's gravity fed. We did locate everything. All the neighbors' wells have been pinned down with GPS. And also the wastewater system for Mr. Kuzno, Scott Kuzno. We were able to get that when he was over on site and showed us that as well. So the boundary lines are nailed down. We did have a boundary line agreement with one of the adjoiners. I believe she's online tonight at Karen Dearborn. There was a pin that was sort of hanging out in no man's land and it didn't really match up to what was there. So we did have some issues to resolve with the boundary lines, but we do have those nailed down and very happy and very well established. Aside from that, I believe everything is in order in terms of permitting, state water, wastewater, access, fire chief sign off, and we are under the threshold for needing a stormwater permit. So that's a good thing for the Carters.
Say that again, Jason, I couldn't hear you.
We're under the threshold for the stormwater.
Okay,
Yeah.
all right, so no stormwater needed.
No stormwater, and to be quite honest with you, there's, I mean, the way those soils are drained, it's gonna infiltrate anyway, so it's kind of.
Right, yep, I hear you. So. And state wastewater and water supply been issued?
It has.
Okay,
Copy here, and I believe, I think AZ may have got a copy, and Jeff and Pam are gonna be recording, but just in case you didn't.
I haven't got a copy. It usually goes to the clerk first. Thank you. Okay. Does anybody on the board have any questions for Jason?
Which boundary line was in dispute?
Wasn't really a dispute, it just wasn't clear as to where it was. It was on the northerly side of Dearborn up against Carter,
On that back line?
on that back line. And there was an existing fence there, but you see there's a black dot
Yeah, I see that.
on the survey plat.
Yeah,
There was a pin that was about 30 feet off the line or so. Didn't match up to anything that we could find.
okay.
But my surveyor actually met with Karen and Jeff and
Worked it out.
worked it out.
So was that formalized in some way, or she just agreed with the line your surveyor shot, Jason?
That'll be signed off with the plat. That'll be once the final plat is recorded, and I believe Karen's online, so.
Okay,
You wanna chime in, but that'll be once the final Mylar is prepared, they'll be, Jeff will be able to sign it as well as Karen and Scott. Oh, we lost Kevin.
Kevin is being very gracious to join us while they're on vacation. So
all right, I'm moving. Okay. Any other questions for Jason from anybody on the board?
I don't have any more. I mean, it looks like it's all in place now and. That
So
way,
let's hear from Karen. Can you unmute and tell us if this is in accordance with your understanding? She's still muted. So I'm not clear, Jason, what you anticipate the agreement with Karen Dearborn is. Are we doing
We're doing a signing the plat. It's actually, if you can, I think if AZ can scroll down,
yeah,
the abutting landowners will be on the plat. So it's Jeff, it's Pam, Scott Kuzno, and then Karen. So everybody will sign the plat to say that is the boundary line of understanding. That's the boundary line agreement.
yeah, okay.
And it's right there.
Can you AZ or Jason read I can't read the representation above the signatures. What does it say? There we go. The
you see-
southern boundary line of the lands of the Carter Family Trust, in common with the lands of Scott Cousineau and the lands of Karen Dearborn, is based on the location of barbed wire fence demarcating said lands of Carter from both Cousineau and Dearborn. In the mutual agreement of the aforementioned parties involved, it is recommended that deeds be transferred between said landowners and recorded in the Bristol Town land records. So you're anticipating quitclaim deeds from everybody?
Correct. Along with the plat signature will suffice, but that would be the recommended to actually have the quitclaim deed as well. To agree on the fence. I mean, everybody agreed on the fence. The only surprise was there was a pin that, who knows how it came
Yeah.
into 30 feet off the line or so.
Right, so.
It's a standard boundary line agreement.
Yeah, so I guess. So Kuzino is, I see Dearborn. Where's Kuzino? Next to Dearborn?
Yep.
Okay. All right. So would Dearborn be quitclaiming to Kuzino and
Nope,
the applicant or
No.
just the applicant?
just the applicant, just everyone to be recognizing that fence line as the boundary. So we
The-
have made the line between Kuzno and
The back fence, is the back fence line that parallels 116? Or the,
particularly the 116.
oh,
actually.
the southern boundary?
Yes,
Okay,
all the way along. It's Kuzno's north boundary, Carter's south boundary, and same thing with Dearborn.
okay. And so we're gonna need a deeded right of way to lot 2, the back lot, right?
That would actually be in the that'd be in the deed to lot 1.
Right. Well, the deed to, which is the eastern lot, it's lot 2.
Lot 2, but it would also be that reference for the ingress egress would be in the deed to lot 1, once that's.
Yeah,
done.
no, there's gonna be, it's gonna, lot 2 has to receive a deeded right of way over lot 1.
And it will,
Yeah.
it's,
So that would be a condition, the agreement on the southern, so it's just the southern boundary line of lot 2 that was unclear, correct?
Yes.
Not the eastern boundary line of lot 2.
nope,
Okay,
no, everything else was very clear.
okay.
The southern boundary was the one that wasn't.
All right, any further questions from anyone on the board before we open it up to the public?
No,
Well, I think pretty straightforward.
Okay. Is there, AZ, you're just gonna have to be the, be the quarterback here, and call on people and get their names.
Do we have any members of the public who would like to speak regarding this application?
I'm trying to get clarification on where or what's going in where.
well,
I'm not sure what's going in where,
how do you mean?
What do you mean?
what's being built.
It's not a building permit yet, it's just a subdivision, so
Yeah.
we
What's-
actually require
That's
people to show
okay.
a plan, but there's a building envelope on each site, so maybe Jason can.
Yeah, there you go. So if you start with 116, that is on the left side of the drawing. AZ's got the pointer there. There's an existing barn that's in the southwest corner of the parcel. That's an open parcel. So back along the tree line, we have a proposed house site. There's a wastewater system and then there's a proposed house site there. Obviously, the dash line that you see, that's the purple line, that's the building envelope. So that house can fall anywhere within that building.
Now, how far is that from Hazeltine Drive?
Where it's,
Because that's the driveway that goes out to the back.
Hazeltine Drive, that is, we are near Notch Road
yeah, this is
on
not,
South 116.
Oh, okay, I thought again, I was,
yeah.
Okay.
I would probably say at least 3 or 4 miles.
Yeah.
I was trying to figure out
Yeah.
Okay, okay.
Probably won't see the headlights from that one.
So the barn is staying at present anyway.
Yes.
Okay. Any other questions from the public? Comments?
Any comments?
Anybody?
Not seeing any.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, then, I'll, move that we approve the two-lot subdivision, um, in accordance with the submitted plans with the, one condition will be that there's a, quick claim deeds and a sign off on the, survey plat that, demonstrates the agreement of, Karen Dearborn and the Kuzno, owner. And that we have a deeded right of way over lot 1 for the benefit of lot 2. And that the right of way is built in accordance with the chief of police or fire chief's requirements. Was that June 5th, Daisy, that I saw 2025 memo?
That is the original letter. Yes, there was
Follow up.
an email correspondence that is dated sooner than that. Let me pull it up.
Well, which is
Fred actually looked at it twice. He actually looked at it the first time we had a different access location on 116, then we changed it, but the actual hammerhead key didn't change, so.
Yeah, so this is
in accordance, so I'm confused by the June 5th memos. That's still in play as modified by July 7, Jason?
Correct.
Okay, so the third condition is that the hammerhead turnarounds and driveway right away be constructed as required by Fire Chief's June 5th, 2025 memo as modified by this email of July 7.
Yeah.
Does that cover the condition? Did I leave- Anybody think I left anything out on the conditions?
No, I don't think so.
Okay, I need a second.
Go ahead. I'll second it.
Any further discussion of the board on the motion to approve the two-lot subdivision? I assume that means no, so all those in favor? Aye. Any opposed? Motion carries 4-0. Thanks, Jason.
Very much.
thank you.
Thank you.
All right, the second item new business is permit number 25-301 Livingston Farm Landscape Products LLC of Stony Hill Road, parcel number 0602450-002, requesting conditional use review for an open air market to display model accessory dwelling structures subject to Unified Development Regulations, Section 350. That's the conditional use section. So who's here for the applicant?
Dave Livingston and my son Dave Livingston and Tina Coleman, our office manager.
Okay, Livingston's and Tina, I can't see you, but raise your right hand, repeat after me. Do you solemnly swear that the evidence you shall give before this development review board shall be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes.
Yes,
Do you want to come up to the table?
sure.
And also, you're more clearly, probably.
Tina, hi, David. Dave,
Yes.
so you want to walk us through the proposal, Dave? Or
Sure.
Dave, who's ever doing it?
So we are kind of out of space on the other side of the road. We have people in our business almost every day that are looking to turn our buildings into ADUs. accessory dwelling units. Not to be confused with tiny homes, because there's definitely a difference. I don't know if the board actually understands the difference or not. Tiny homes are actually built to RV recreational vehicle specs. So they are actually only 3-season homes. The tiny homes that you see with wheels on them and so on and so forth. These are basically small homes for if your parents want a place to live out back, or they could be a rental, or they could be a starter home for somebody, or they could be a lot of different things. So anyways, we decided that after we bought the land from Tom Lathrop Senior, that it would be a good idea to display 3 models across the street, which is gonna take up less than a half an acre of the cornfield. And we were gonna offer one that was totally unfinished inside, which could be the size of that one as well, Tina. That's
The one that'll be on display is a 12 by 20.
that's just a 12-20, you know, it could be a lot longer, it could be wider, etc. But these, we just wanna do them as models, just for people to look at. We don't wanna move them in and out. And then the next one is a finished inside lean-to, but it doesn't have partition walls and stuff, but it's insulated, it's got, you know, good windows and doors, and it's wired and etc. And it's where the people would build there's a picture of it right there. The people would build their own partitions inside, put their bathroom in, etc. The third one is yeah, right there to the right, yeah. It's a 12 by, what was it?
11.6 by 4.
40. And that one is 100% finished inside. We are even gonna offer that one furnished. It is turnkey. The only thing you need to produce, bring your toothbrush and your clothes. So anyways, these will be permanent structures on a lot. They're all built to the building codes, the insulation and the windows and the plumbing and the wiring and so on and so forth. They've all been engineered. We want people to be able to come and look at these. We weren't gonna put power to them. We were not gonna put water to them or sewer. We just wanted to dress up around the outside of where they were gonna sit, do the parking lot up real nice. We already have a nice sign all designed, actually all made, that we'd like to put there. We did wanna put in some solar downward facing lights that would come on at night on the buildings, but that's pretty much about it. And we'd like an alternate place for people to be able to come and look at these.
So you're gonna have parking on that lot, Dave?
Yeah, there'd be enough room there for 3-4 cars, but honestly, I can't really imagine more than 1 or 2 cars being there at a time. And with the other thing is with the housing shortage in the state of Vermont, and everybody's trying to find housing, I think this would help out a little bit.
So you're thinking of basically spreading a bunch of gravel, and these display units sit on the gravel and gravel driveway to the road.
Yes, we were gonna put down, you know, the grayish blue stone from Pikes as cover material over the whole thing. Grass around the outside edges. I think AZ has a picture of the sign that we were gonna put there.
But this pad is pretty much already in, right?
It is, well, I didn't wanna finish it until I came.
But that's pretty much the size of what it is.
Exactly,
Right.
yes. So I didn't want to finish it in case you guys had any alterations or this or that, and hoping that you would obviously approve it, but haven't finished it yet for those reasons.
So
Yeah.
Dave, would the hours be the same as your hours for the landscape business?
Yes,
Okay. Can you remind us what those are?
we are open from 8 to 4:30.
And you're open, what, half day Saturday?
half a day Saturday. We're open from 9 to 3 on Saturday, and we are not open on Sundays or holidays.
So you're saying same hours there?
Yes. You know, it's not gonna be manned, obviously, we will unlock them in the morning. People will go there and look at them, just like they do our other buildings across the street. Then they come into the office, they design or pick out whatever they want, they're models, they're not something we're gonna
Right.
move into now. Cause they're not on wheels, obviously,
Right.
and they're not that.
But I mean, you probably update them from time to time. if you
Right,
want.
yeah, every few years, but
Yeah.
yeah,
What size is this layout here?
it's less than a half an acre. A lot less,
Do you have a-
actually.
do you have a depth
It's
and
144 long.
long, 144?
It is 32 from, yep, where your pen just was, yep. And then the driveway at the opening is 40 feet.
40 feet. What's the width of it?
That's what I meant. Yeah, the width.
40.
40 feet, and then it goes back 54 feet. Before it opens up.
The driveway.
Right, right.
But I would like some area to grass around it and stuff, just to make it look nice, pretty it up and so on and so forth. That's why I say less than a half an acre.
Right. Well, this just kind of gives us something to nail down, because there was just no measurements. This could have been 10 acres, you know?
And no water, no sewer.
I'm sure, no water. Yeah, I could put power over there.
Not yet anyways. I don't really think it's really necessary, because the people are gonna be there during the day
Right.
anyways, and I think it's just an unnecessary expense.
And you plan to put some sort of a gate or something to keep people from pulling in there when you're closed?
I
That would
wasn't-
have- you
I
have
wasn't
some
planning,
on
I wasn't planning on it.
Okay.
We're pretty much, we like to trust people.
I think you guys have like a rope or something on the other side.
Yeah, we have a little chain
Yeah,
that
something.
about 4 times a year somebody drives through, and it's just hooked on a little hook. So, but you know, it just, we've had very little trouble down there, with anybody messing with our stuff or taking anything, I don't know, I like to believe in honesty and see the good in people and, you know, a lot of our stuff's too heavy to carry off. But
So this is our first opportunity to evaluate an application for an open air market, which is I'm not sure, I don't think it goes back beyond the last amendment of the development regs. At least I don't remember it. So we're in C1, correct, AZ?
Yep. I don't remember it either, so.
Yeah, so open air market, it's a conditional use in C1 and it's defined on page 111. And I'll paraphrase a little bit. It's a retail establishment primarily outside and an enclosed building, maybe seasonal or periodic. Then we have a bunch of things that are not considered open air market. This is a list of exclusions. So open air market excludes motor vehicle sales, RV, modular home sales, lumberyard, and farm equipment sales. So that's the definition, and it's retail establishment primarily outside an enclosed building, and seems to me that it fits, and it's not one of the exclusions. So, does anybody on the board have any further questions for Dave, David, or Tina?
How do we tell that these are not modular homes?
how do you tell that they're not modular?
They're complete. Modular are built in sections and assembled.
Okay,
Okay.
thanks.
You know, like if you had Brenda, like you had a double wide and it was in 2 halves. Or my house that came in four 4 sections and a garage for five tractor trailers. I think that modular means built in sections and then assembled. Any other questions, Rebecca?
I mean, not so much a question, but kind of a concern I had is that this is
Sure.
a very busy portion of the road. Having people walking across the road, I don't know that we can do anything about that, but it does concern me a little bit trying to have people crossing the road at that point.
Yeah, I mean, that's. Well, I guess that some people will drive right in and park by the models. So others, I suppose, might park in the existing businesses lot, and people might walk across. That
Most people
it actually make Dave. Do you need a AOT permit for that, or do you have an existing?
We already got one.
Okay.
We've already done all that. And as far as people walking across the street, I understand your concern, but I'm telling you. What we have found in our yard, if there's a way for anybody to drive to it, they do.
Yeah.
They don't seem
Fair.
to walk a foot further than they absolutely have to. We even have people drive through our stone yard and we don't even want them driving in there. And we put up things, do not enter and this and that, they still do it anyway.
Okay, that's fair.
I don't
But I
know that
understand
you can
what
really
you're saying.
control that either, though.
Yeah, I mean, my thought was, maybe it needs a crosswalk, but I don't think this would be valid for requiring a crosswalk, so. I don't think we could do anything to make it better.
I do think most people that are coming to look at these are gonna drive in there and park. And then they will, they'll either call us or they'll come across the street with their vehicle. I don't believe they're gonna leave their vehicle over there. I believe they're gonna come back across with their vehicle. I mean, there might be one here and there, but I believe the majority of that's probably what's gonna happen.
What about the staff? I mean, will you have somebody posted over there permanently?
No.
So they'll be walking back and forth.
No, the staff is gonna stay at the normal office. And people will just be able to go in there and just look at them. A perfect example is we have a satellite, lot out in New Haven with some buildings on it. People pull in there, they look at them, they go through them. Then they will drive to Bristol and come talk to us about them.
And so you already have a similar setup elsewhere, and so you have some idea how it works.
Correct, but it isn't ADUs. It's just the regular buildings that we.
Is that you still got a space over on 7 and 17, Dave?
That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
It's the people
Yeah.
there, they go in, they go through the buildings, we leave them all unlocked, they go in, they look at them. They pick out the one they want, and then they drive to Bristol and they see us and.
Yep. Any other further questions from the board? So Dave, have you given AZ, do you have the AOT curb cut approval?
I believe Tina already gave that to AZ.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah, I have all the materials. I have I already approved the sign permit for them.
okay,
So they have that approved and that was approved a while ago. I have the AOT access permit. I have all the site plans and maps and display images. Description of hours of operations, all that.
okay. So, what plat are we gonna look at? We had something there drawn by Ron LaRose. So that'll go along with the decision. It's not site plan though. We don't have to do site plan on this, is according to my read. Do you agree, AZ?
Yeah, it's not site plan, but part of the application requirements are to have a sketch of the property to depict where the development is.
Yeah, so, we're gonna use the May 7, 2025 sketch plan, Dave, is you happy with that?
Yes,
Okay. I think it would help to get, well, there's a scale there.
and we could do that.
Well, I kind of went over the measurements of it also.
Yeah, maybe Dave, can you, one of the things that we'll propose and hear from the one thing that I would like to see if the board votes this in with because it's conditional use is dimensions on the
What
The-
that is what that is drawn as, Kevin, is less than a quarter of an acre,
yep,
but I wanted to call it less than a half an acre. So
Yeah,
I
I
had
get
room to, you know, feather everything out, make everything look nice, put some lawn around the outside, and just, you
No,
know,
just-
I want a little buffer there, you know?
yeah, no, I get it. I just think it'd be helpful to have some dimensions around the area
Okay.
that you're developing.
Okay, we could do that.
Is
Yeah, we
any-
kind of just talked about it. They said it's 32 foot deep.
I know, but it'd be nice to have it put on there.
Right.
Okay,
Well, anyway, that's my thought. If you folks don't see the, well, we want to talk to the public first, but it's
Large enough to require any stormwater considerations, or is it within the limits there where it's small enough, we don't have to worry about it?
have you checked out stormwater, Dave?
honestly, I haven't. I don't believe it's big enough to require it. I
don't
think, I believe it's an acre. That
Yeah,
have
Okay,
to,
then we should be fine.
right. I think you're right. We just was it Carpenter AZ?
Yep.
And I think they used an acre threshold for that long driveway, right?
Yep. It's an acre of development, and then
it's-
there's a threshold for construction, like if you're doing a
An acre of impervious area, so you're well under that. Any other questions from the board? Okay, is there anyone from the public who would like to ask a question or make a comment? Rebecca AZ,
not seeing any.
okay. Then let's see, let me just look at my notes here. All right, so I'll move that we approve the application for conditional use approval for site for 3 model accessory dwelling units across from the existing Livingston Farm landscape business. As set forth on the sketch plan from Ron LaRose dated May 7, 2025, with the addition of dimensions for the developed area, so we don't have to scale. So AZ or the board doesn't have to sometimes scale it. The condition would be 3 unfinished homes, 1 12 by 20, a finished lean-to. I didn't get the dimensions on that. Tina, you got it?
14 by 24.
yeah, it's 24.
Yep.
And one is finished, Kevin.
Yeah, I
Inside.
know. I'm getting there.
Okay,
So 14 by what?
24.
Okay. And then the third is totally finished inside, and I got that one at 11, the footprint of 11 foot 6 inches and 40 feet in length.
Yes.
And that one's fully furnished, right?
yes,
Okay. So these would be permanent structures, but there'd be no water or sewer hookup to these structures on site. Solar downlighting on the buildings. Parking. Izzy, have you looked at parking for what the regs would require?
They meet it. Let me pull it up. For industrial uses, it's 1 per 1.25 employees. which industrial uses is where it most fits for parking requirements. Is 1 per 1.25.
So is it, oh, you, Dave, is a two parking space condition, will that work?
I think so. I mean, what we were gonna do is just leave in front of the buildings open, you know, so like
Yeah.
I.
Yep, and so, but there'd be enough space there between the buildings and the fronts for people to park.
Oh, absolutely, yeah.
Okay. Um. And the hours would be, another condition is the hours are the same as the Livingston Farm Landscape business across the street, which is 8 to 4:30 Monday through Friday, 9 to 3 on Saturday. You anticipate some beautifying landscape, we'll leave that to you. And there will be power hook up to these buildings at present, and that's it for the conditions. Anybody have any additions on the board? Or did I get them all?
Think you got them. Right.
Okay. I need a second then.
I'll second it.
Okay. Any further discussion on the board for the proposal for the model unit site?
All set.
Okay. All right then. All those in favor?
Aye.
Right?
I assume Brenda voted yes, so we got 4-0.
Yep.
We're all-
Or-
All right, application passes 4-0, we'll get a decision out. But you're gonna get around to put dimensions on that.
Yep.
The developed area, just make it easier for us
I will do that tomorrow.
and just get it to AZ.
Okay.
All right. Thanks, folks. Thanks, David and Tina.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Everybody.
And continue enjoying your vacation.
Where are you?
Salt Lake, come back tomorrow. We were in the Tetons for a couple of weeks, like we do every summer. My mom's here now. I'm in my sister's house, so she turns 95 in 4 days. So we're putting in a new bed today. So we got that done this afternoon. Now it's time to go get some dinner. Oh, we've got I don't know if we have a.
We
Geez,
don't have enough for minutes.
Yeah, we can't do the July 8th minutes because I wasn't there, so we don't have a quorum,
Yep.
Right.
So on to item 6,
which is what?
adjournment.
Okay, all right, let's call it a day. I'll see you folks at the next meeting.
Ready?
Thank you very much, everybody.
Thank you.
Yeah.
All right, thanks, AZ.
Absolutely.